Hey everyone, so I wanted to show you, I'm doing a treatment for myself. My gums are finally starting to heal. I don't have as many sores in my mouth. There's just one left at the back of my throat. So I do gargle with an antiseptic a mouthwash that I use. But I'm also doing my treatment. So this is 10 milliliters of fractionated coconut oil, which is basically about 3 tablespoons. And this is my binder. This is just part of my studies for my aromatherapy. I also have another book here, and I have another book on my computer. So you can see it's not just like, I'm not just saying, oh, I'm a naturopathic or an essential oil aromatherapist doctor. I'm not just taking it off the top of my head. I know what I'm doing. So in here, in this binder, that I have my notes, I put them all into plastics, because when you're working with your oils, obviously your hands might get oil on them or something. And so I don't have to refer to these because I know my oils, I know what to use, I know what works on me. But I use lavender because it has no contraindications, and it's one of the oils that has come down through the centuries, even from the saints, from Saint Hildegard, as a recommended oil to use to balance the body, to detox. And I learned more about it in this course. So for today, I'm only going to use lavender and bergamot. And lavender is a good oil. It has no contraindications. You can also have little like bags of lavender around your house to give it that nice smell. You can use lavender in your diffuser. And it's one of my favorite oils. I love using lavender. So I just wanted to, there's one more. I'm going to use 2 drops of bergamot as well in there, because bergamot is good for any kind of conditions that you need to get rid of, any kind of underlying anger. It's also good for balancing the emotions. And I don't use myrrh that often, but myrrh is used to stop bleeding, so I might put a drop of myrrh in there. It's a resin. It's not actually an essential oil, myrrh. So with the bergamot, it's antibacterial, it's anti-staph and meningitis, which is why I'm including it, because the sores are in the back of my mouth, and the bleeding has finally stopped. Like when I brush my teeth, there's no more bleeding. I think it's partly because I've got some work coming in that's helping. And then with bergamot, it's also anti-inflammatory, it's cooling, it's a diuretic, which is why it's going to make you want to drink water, basically, which is why I'm always using my oils in the evening or before I go to sleep. There are some oils which will help you to wake up, like peppermint. Peppermint is like drinking coffee. So I'm not using peppermint now because I do want to have a good night's sleep. It's a tonic, bergamot, and it helps for colds, flus, herpes, shingles, chickenpox. It's been described as anti-cancer. And you can use it in creams, lotions. You can inhale it, like even if you take the bottle like this and you inhale it, even that you'll get the effect right away when it hits your senses. And also for my ears, because my glands are inflamed, so, and the throat glands are inflamed. That's why I'm using the bergamot. So it's a gentle alternative to more aggressive oils, and it's one of my favorite oils. I love using bergamot, and I always recommend my oils very carefully to others. This is for me, so I'm not too worried. The lavender officinalis is a more medicinal oil than the augustifolia, so I use the French lavender, and that's what I work with for me. And I don't use my oils every day now. Before I used to use them every day, And especially when I'm stressed, I use them every day. But now I don't use them every day. I'm using this today because one of the sores that's at the back of my mouth, it's obviously not something I can touch or I can burst it or anything. So I'm using the oil because the oil will be absorbed through my spine into the skeleton system and through that into the blood. So it will help. It will help a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what I'm doing with my oils today. And this, it looks like a little, but this is for me because I'm not that tall. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. This will be enough for a full body rub for me. And I'll use the techniques that I would normally use on a patient or a client on myself. Excuse me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use. Lavender is a tonic. I like using it. It's good for bronchitis, colds, laryngitis, to stimulate your lymph nodes, and also for bile production, liver function. It quells nausea and vomiting, and it's a general tonic to regenerate your cells for any kind of ear infections, any kind of excuse me, inhalation problems, topical solutions. You can use lavender, and it stimulates bile production. So yesterday I did send a tweet to Pope Francis to recommend the lavender. I'm not recommending anything else because his conditions are very complicated. But it's something that if he wants to use it, if the doctors decide to use it, it's not going to harm him in any way. It's just the fractionated coconut oil. And then for this amount, you can use up to 9 drops of oil. So I recommended, I think I said 5 to 6 drops. And if you use it before bed, it helps you to sleep as well. So I'm going to just show you how I put my drops in here. So that's 6 of the lavender, and then I'm going to put in 3 of the bergamot. The oils take, some of them come out very quickly, some of them take a little longer. But yeah, it is painful when you have sores in your mouth and in your, you can feel the, the sores at the back here. It is painful. But I cope very well, I manage very well. That's 1, 2, and I'm gonna watch the mess after I put this on. See, 3. And you can always test it, like you can take a little bit of the oil. I pray for God to let this oil heal me and help me. You can take a little bit, put it here, and see if you like the smell. If it's too strong and you don't like it, you can always adjust it the next time you use it. But for me, this is nice because the balance between the bergamot and the lavender, it's a good balance for me. I like it. So that's what I'm going to do. And they give us a technique. When we learned how to do this, we always start first with the back. So we put all the oil on the back, and then we go to the legs. We do the legs, then we do the arms, we do the upper part of the body, and then with whatever is left, we do our face. So just coming down like this, and the chin going up. And last of all, you'll do the lower part of the legs. So that's final. Then you do like the bottom, the feet. You just, whatever's left, you just do the feet. And we always keep our patients covered when we're working with them. We keep the room warm. And you just have to know that once you use the oils, your body temperature is going to drop. So you don't want to be in a cold unit or a cold room. You want to have it quite warm. So that's just to show you how I'm using it. And I recommend lavender. It's really nice. Like even if you just get lavender sachets and you keep them, it helps a lot.